that are here today. However, I've attended many Veterans Day ceremonies in the past and left feeling like it was more of a Memorial Day ceremony. We can never forget our military brothers and sisters who lost their lives serving our great country, but at the same time, this is our day as veterans to celebrate, and I thank you all for being here today. The 17 weeks that I spent at Fort Leonard Wood in 1987 still rank as the worst 17 weeks of my life. However, the following 22 years that I spent in the Michigan Army National Guard rank as some of the best years of my life due to the friendships, the achievements, the travel, and numerous other things that I was lucky to get due to my service. I am sure that many of you feel the same. Two of the most important lessons I learned while in Iraq were that family and friends are the most important things in our lives and that life is short. I'm sure many veterans learned those same lessons when they were away from their families and serving our country. I want to thank all of the family and friends who are with us today for their support during those tough times, and remember to live every day like it's your last. At this time, please direct your attention to the Houghton Lake High School Band as they perform the Armed Forces Medley. Feel free to stand when they play your branch's song. days a week this week. So this is one of the first performances we've had with the band who's been able to practice together for a couple days. So great job. At this time, I'd like to introduce Christy Sedelko. Many of you know Christy because she organizes this ceremony when it's inside and warm and there's breakfast served in the gymnasium. But because of the pandemic, and only fitting in 2020, if you saw the mask go blowing through the band during the medley just now, it was just apropos, that's for sure. But Christy is here, and she is the organizer of the other events, and hopefully next year she will be doing that again. She will be joined by the Houghton Lake School Board President Julie Brown to recognize some of the veterans that we have on our staff. Ladies?
Good morning. Thanks to all our veterans everywhere, including those here today. At this time, I would like to recognize our Houghton Lake Community School veterans. Would you please come forward to be recognized? Richard Brown. Richard served in the U.S. Army as a wheeled vehicle mechanic. He now works in our transportation department. Cheryl Plaint. Cheryl served in the U.S. Air Force and the Air Force Reserves as a medical service technician. She now teaches technology at Collins Elementary. Tara Tartan. Tara served in the U.S. Army. She now works in our transportation department. Maybe Tara's in here. And Mr. Jeff Jeanette. He served in the Michigan Army National Guard as an ordnance officer, and he currently serves as our interim superintendent. I would also like to recognize Jennifer Edenberg, Ed Polly, and Bob Roberts. These veterans could not be with us today, but are certainly valuable employees of Houghton Lake Community Schools. Thank you all for all of your service.
And I would be remiss if I didn't recognize one of my favorite veterans, my father, Tom Jeanette here, who from the U.S. Navy. I have to say one of my favorite veterans because both my wife and my brother are also veterans, and they both outrank both of us. So we have to go with one of our favorites. Finally, we can never forget our veterans who are no longer with us. I am sure that all of you can think of names and see faces of those we served with who have passed. Today we have members of the Michigan State Police, Houghton Lake Post, who will perform the 21-gun salute, and our Director of Bands, Phil Baker, who will perform taps. Thank you for adapting to the programming changes this year. Thank you for your service. And please join us for lunch at the American Legion Post 245 at 3564 Reserve Road in Prudenville for lunch. We truly appreciate them having lunch for us. Thank you and happy Veterans Day.